Welcome to one of the most iconic towns in the American Southwest.
Tombstone, Arizona.
Join us as we step back into time and explore why this town is known for being too tough to die. We'll search for some ghosts from the past.
I kind of feel some weird energy in here.
And discover some rich history before we head to the hills for some off-grid camping. If you're new here, I'm Emily, this is Brian, and our adventure dog Wes. We've been living on the road in our converted Sprinter van since July 2024 and are currently dodging cold winter temps by traveling in the Southwest. Come along for our adventure out there. The first few days we were in Tombstone, we traded in our van for an Airbnb to recover from the flu we picked up on the road.
Here you've got 2 rooms because we were sick while we were here. We slept in separate beds. This is where Brian slept. And then this is where I slept. Little bathroom. And just a really cute, cozy, cool cabin in Tombstone. Would highly recommend.
Now that we're feeling better, it's time to explore this old western town.
We ended up having to find another Airbnb because our original one was booked over the weekend. We are feeling much better now. We're ready to go hit the town. But first things first, it's this little dude's 13th birthday. And he wants to get dressed up. He wants to go show his stuff downtown. And what's more appropriate than a red bandana? We're excited too, buddy. And cowboy hat. Show mama. It's you.
This is the most handsome cowboy ever. You're the most handsome cowboy ever.
You're gonna fit right in. Hi. It's 13 today.
You're looking me over 3. You're making my extra cowboy.
Wes had a great morning today walking around town with his little cowboy hat and bandana, but we've left him at the Airbnb because there's a fair amount of gunfight reenactments that happen around here and he doesn't like gunshots, so he's going to stay nice and cozy in the Airbnb. To give you guys just a little bit of brief history on the town of Tombstone, it was founded in 1879 by Ed Schieffelin. He was a prospector in the area and he was looking for silver or gold or whatever he could find, and he was at a nearby fort here where he was staying, and every day he would go out looking for stuff and he would come back and he'd be empty-handed, and the soldiers would say to him, "Hey, did you find anything today, Ed?" And he said, "No, I didn't find anything today." And they said, "Well, the only thing you're going to find in those hills is your tombstone." And that's how the name Tombstone came to be. And he did in fact find something. He found one of the biggest silver veins in the American Southwest history right here in Tombstone, which created the town that we have today. And it grew really fast. In 1881, it had over 5,000 residents, starting from just 100 a few years earlier. So we're going to go ahead and explore. Most of the town was sadly burnt down in a couple of fires. There was one in 1881 and then another one in 1882. And there's only one building that remains in the business district, and it's said to be one of the most haunted buildings in all of America. And that's where we're headed now, the Birdcage Theater. Let's go.
Just to clarify, many of the buildings in town were rebuilt after the fire in 1882, so they're still incredibly historic. But this is the only one that survived both fires and is still standing today. The Birdcage Theater opened in 1881 and served as a gambling hall, brothel, bar, and source of entertainment for the rough and rowdy mining crowd. When the mines declined in 1892, the theaters closed its doors. It wasn't until the 1930s that it was reopened as a tourist attraction. With everything still intact, including over 100 bullet holes in the walls and ceiling, the poker table, and a lot of historic items, it's pretty cool to walk on the same floors as many outlaws and cowboys did back in the day.
These are original bullet holes from a drunken cowboy who was shooting an actor on the stage one night and missed. Up above here, you'll see all of the bird cages, and that is where the ladies of the night would try and seduce their men to come and do some business with them. So this is where the longest poker game in Western history took place, under the stage, and it lasted for 8 years, over 8 years. And they literally left the table and the chairs just like when the guys walked away at the end of those 8 years. It's crazy. Do you feel any ghosts?
Not yet.
Like, does your face tingle when there's ghosts around? Because, like, my face is tingly. No? No? You don't think so? I don't know. I, like, kind of feel some weird energy in here. You don't?
Not yet.
I'm guessing this is where the ladies got ready.
For what?
Naughty, naughty. The ladies of the night.
That was a pretty cool little tour. Step back in time for sure. They did a pretty good job keeping this building historic. I didn't feel any ghost presence, did you?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Maybe I'm a non-believer. We were told yesterday by an inside source that doing the self-guided tour is probably just as good as doing the guided tour, which is quite a bit cheaper. So keep that in mind if you come here. But it was cool. I would do it again. Let's go see what else we can find. This is Wyatt Earp's Oriental Saloon, where he was partial card table owner, I believe.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool saloon here to think about all the history that happened.
Let's go see a Wild West gunfight. So there are a few different shootout reenactments you can see while you're here, but we're going to the one that has made Tombstone famous, and that's the OK Corral. We got the golden ticket.
What does an 1880s toilet look like? Go, open the door.
We can't.
Oh.
I said no. No one should see that.
Where you gonna sit?
There is a lot of history to this particular gunfight. If you want to know what it is, just go watch Tombstone the movie. It's a great movie. We watched it before we came here. Yeah, go watch it.
Oh my God.
This is the OK Corral. That was fun. We're gonna go do some window shopping now.
It's really pretty. I like that one.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that.
No, it's beautiful. I don't think it would fit in the van though.
It's not gonna last in the van.
It would break in the van. Oh, did you want a hat? That was a really fun afternoon. We love Tombstone so far. It's a little bit over-exaggerated and kind of Hollywood, but still definitely worth the visit. We got some great wine and we're gonna go back to our Airbnb to hang out with the birthday boy for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow we're going to take you to a couple more new sites before we head out into the mountains for some free camping, which I'm really looking forward to.
It's been a really nice day here. We're checking out of the VRBO. We've got a couple more things to go check out before we run to the hills.
We were going to take you guys to Boot Hill Graveyard, but like everything in this town, it costs money to get in. It's not a ton, it's $6 per person, but we've already spent a ton of money going to some of the other places that we did yesterday, the Birdcage Theater, the OK Corral. So I'm going to see, there is a memorial here for Ed Schieffelin, who was the founder of Tombstone. I don't know, that might be free, and it's where his final resting place is, so that might be kind of cool to see. So maybe we go do that instead?
Sure. According to what we found online, this is the final resting place of Ed Schieffelin. He was the founder of Tombstone. Spent his whole life prospecting. He made it here, sold it for the equivalent of today, about $20 million. And he ended up dying in Oregon, still prospecting. But yeah, this guy is how it all started. Got one last stop. Gonna go get some lunch at Doc Holliday's girlfriend's place, Big Nose Kate's.
Starship, what's the universe divide? When I reach the other side, hey, good look, what you got looking? I'm not holding down the bills and showing girls up.
Those are some huge hooves. I almost got piddled on. It's windy today. That was a really good lunch. Now it's time to go find some camping. We're about a half hour outside of Tombstone, the National Forest area, and there are some really nice spots out here. It's surprisingly green. We're gonna drive a little further, see if we can get a little closer to the mountains over here. Skunked on the first spot, so we're just gonna kind of drive around. There's plenty of options out here. A little dicey too. It's a little busy out here. All right, not bad. This could be home for the night. I think we should walk down the road a little bit though and check a couple other spots out. What do you think?
Let's do it.
That last spot was pretty cool, but it was really uneven and would have taken a lot of work to level. I actually don't think we could have leveled out very well. So we walked down the road and I think we scored. Brian hasn't totally seen this spot yet, kind of saw it from a distance and he was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and get the van. So I think he's gonna be really stoked when he pulls in here. This is pretty cool.
Psych, this spot's way better.
And there's firewood. Do you see that?
No.
I mean, there's some in the ring.
Oh, cool.
Not that we're having a fire tonight.
I don't know if we're having fire tonight.
It's kind of windy.
Yeah, still a beautiful spot.
Yeah. This has been a cool spot for tonight. It's been really windy though, so I've been inside editing for most of the day. Brian's been
Keeping Wes entertained for some of the day.
napping, napping, and keeping.
I'm trying to get my voice back.
Yeah, I know. This was a rough one.
It was.
You definitely are feeling better, but definitely sound like...
I sound like an 80-year-old lady who grew up in a casino. Like, in it. Ah.
So, since I've been editing all day, and Brian's been napping and feeling sick, playing with Wes, we thought that we would have one of the bottles of wine that we got yesterday at that wine tasting room. This is Delmanico Family Wines, and it is a vineyard in Wilcox, Arizona. This is their Merlot that we tried last night. It was really good. So we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna finish editing this video, actually, that you're watching right now, because we're a little bit behind schedule with us being out of commission. So working on getting this one out to you guys. And then I think we're just gonna probably call it a night in the van. We can't really have a campfire tonight. Wish we could, but because of the wind and
Very dry conditions.
it would be pretty irresponsible to have a campfire tonight. So, oh no. I hate these cork screws. I broke the cork.
Punch it through.
That means we have to drink the whole bottle tonight then.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I might sleep until 8 tomorrow.
Oh no. Oh. Okay. Can I do this? Oh. Let's see. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
Never give up. You could do whatever you put your mind to.
Got it.
Babe.
But I think we're still gonna have to drink this whole bottle of wine then. Okay. Can I have my wine glass?
Tumbelina. I think we should watch a Western tonight.
Let's definitely watch a Western. Let's drink this. We have a really minimal dinner for tonight since we're gonna be hanging out in the van. I think we're probably just gonna cook up some soup, watch a Western, and then we'll see you guys in the morning. Good night.
Oh, that's really good.
That was really good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow, last night was pretty awesome. Once the winds died down, it was super peaceful here. We slept pretty good. This campsite is awesome. They're nice and big. They're clean. The terrain here is very similar to Alabama Hills.
Yeah, lots of cool boulders.
Yeah. If you're interested in this site, we will be putting over on our Patreon. We do have a free option on our Patreon where we also give updates.
Real time, what we're up to, more real time than you'll see here on YouTube because these videos take quite a bit that goes into editing. As we were reflecting last night, you know, about our time in Tombstone and just walking around, we kept seeing the slogan that said, "The town that's too tough to die." And based on just the time we spent there, I think I know why it's too tough to die.
It has some grit.
Definitely grit. It's a charming town. You know, most mining towns were boom and bust, and then they turned into little ghost towns after the mines dried up. But Tombstone is a town that is still going. It's so well preserved, and it's really fun just to walk on the dirt street and feel like you're really stepping back into time, which is why I'm pretty sure they use the slogan, "The town that it's too tough to die," because it's still a great place to visit today. If you're ever in the area, we highly recommend it. It is a little over embellished, if you will, because tourists want to see kind of the shoot 'em up town that they thought it was, even though in reality it was a pretty wealthy little town. But still a lot of fun to hang out with the Cowboys and the Earps, of course.
I know our birthday boy had a lot of fun.
Yeah, he did. Well, we do have to hit the road. We've got another place to be, which we'll pick you up with next week in our next video. And we'll see you guys on that next adventure out there.
Bye!